Sounds like a premise for a sitcom. 3 generations living under one roof in this country, but the percentage of young Americans, many with kids of their own, living with their parents is at a 75-year high. Jonathan Coppage is a visiting fellow at the R Street Institute and just wrote about this for the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post. Thanks for joining us. Why do we now have all these people living under one roof?
Well, this is a return to trend, actually. We've had a lot of people living separately for decades,
right.
But when you dig into the history, you find that it was much more common for people to seek mutual support across the generations. It's a lot easier for mom and dad to be able to work when they have grandma and grandpa at home to look after kids. And even when young families are getting started, it's a lot easier for them if they can take advantage of the accumulated housing wealth that their parents have while they're getting on their feet.
So the economy does play a role here.
Absolutely, absolutely. The economy plays a significant role, and we find that the highest percentage of Americans who are living in home, especially the young Americans, are those who are not college educated or otherwise in more economically distressed situations. However, what's interesting is that the trend is not limited to them, but in fact has been rising consistently across the socioeconomic and education spectrum.
Do you find it more so in the urban areas and rural areas? Does your book talk about that?
This has been found generally to be an American phenomenon. One of the big challenges that people are having, though, is that a lot of people like to live with their families, but don't necessarily like to live right on top of everybody.
Right.
And so there's the classic mother-in-law suite, or the granny flat, which is a form of housing that we built in order to be able to allow people to live together. And in the past 50 years, we've regulated that out of existence. Here in Washington, D.C., we've been working at trying to bring those back, but it's an important priority for many families across the country.
Jonathan, thanks a lot. Really good information. All right.